So took part in this study because when I saw the opportunity, I thought it was really fascinating. I work with a lot of innovation in my own line of work, and I thought it was just such an innovative product and really interested to try and get more insights into kind of what the project was going to entail. I found the glasses quite easy to use, and the fact that it had my own prescription in it made it really easy to do the everyday activities that I normally do. I wear contact lenses very rarely, so being able to have the lenses actually in it meant that I didn't need to kind of fiddle about with having contact lenses in, and just meant I could just go about my kind of everyday kind of activities, just wearing the glasses and yeah, kind of getting the insights from it. I found lots of things about myself which some of it kind of cemented what I already know, and then there were some other things that I definitely didn't kind of know at the time. So I think what was really interesting was around the chewing kind of actions and how to chew more effectively for digestion, and some of the insights that came out of the app each day when that came through. I think what was really kind of interesting about that is things about the actual kind of diet, so things I could incorporate into my diet, which I hadn't been incorporating at that particular point, and also the chewing actions, so chewing slower or chewing for longer to kind of aid with the digestion. So I found that really fascinating. So I think the ability for the glasses to be able to kind of pick up on emotions and be able to kind of really kind of, I guess, alert you to kind of those emotions, I think it's really interesting, because I think a lot of what people feel and you see and on your face, you don't necessarily see it yourself, but other people do. And so for the glasses to be able to pick up on that and to be able to then maybe hint or give you kind of cues to kind of change those behaviours or alert you to that, I think would be really useful. I think it would also kind of make you think a little bit more about how your expressions kind of really impacting other people as well, and also kind of what you could potentially do. So I think the ability for the glasses to kind of read those emotions is kind of a really fascinating part. I think it will really kind of help for people to be able to kind of maybe change some of the things that they're doing to help them make them feel better, make them feel happier. The fact that it can pick up on things like sadness or anger through the muscles in your face, I think it could maybe alert you to things that you potentially wouldn't know. And so having those insights would be really valuable. So I think the benefits that could give you in terms of the kind of the facial and emotional recognition is the fact that it could really tell you about things that you might not necessarily know, and maybe you don't necessarily know how you're feeling. The fact that the glasses can pick up on those kind of like muscle movements can maybe give you cues around kind of how you're feeling and how you could potentially change your behaviour to make you feel better or make you feel happier. I think it could really help with the way that you interact with others. I think it could alert you to kind of what's being shown on your face you don't necessarily know. So I think some things can be quite obvious. If you're shocked, you maybe do a shocked face, but other times people can read things from your face that you possibly weren't intending to, and so that could really have an impact on other people. So for it to alert you to that might make you think about kind of how you interact with those kind of loved ones or family. So during the trial, wearing the glasses every day, the kind of reactions I got from people were mainly positive. I got a lot of fascination, a lot of people that were really interested in kind of knowing what they were all about. And it was all positive. There wasn't any kind of like negative kind of like connotations around it at all. Everyone was really interested to know kind of what they were about, what they did. There was no one of the things I was potentially concerned about at the beginning was like privacy issues, but no one had any of those kind of issues at all. And actually everyone was really interested in knowing what they could do, and the fact that it could pick up on things like muscle movement and chewing actions. It was really interesting, and I had lots of people at work ask about them. It actually became quite a thing in our meetings that we would talk about, and lots of people kind of knew about them and asked how it was going. So it was something which was really interesting, and I was really happy to talk about it as well because people were so interested, and so kind of like taught them a little bit as well, which was great. So I think in terms of the way that it can be really useful is because they've got so much functionality in them, especially around like the sensors that are in them. One of the things I was thinking of is because it can pick up on those kind of emotions in them. Like things like the film industry. I was thinking around, if you were a test screening of a film, and one of the things that obviously film like distributors would be looking at would be the reactions to that film and how it could actually pick up on certain scenes, certain elements that people were really interested to know, did that land? And I just thought, the way in which they can be used is kind of almost endless in terms of the actual functionality. I can see there's market for consumers from like with the chewing and with the emotions, but then also in different industries as well, where they've got so much capability in them. So during the study, the kind of insights that I got was a lot around things like my diet, so what I could incorporate into my diet that I didn't already have, and I actually made changes based on that. So one of the things it suggested was around leafy greens. I kind of already knew that was something that was missing from my diet, but to have that confirmation from that was a prompt to make me go and buy some green vegetables. So I did it. And then also as well, like things like with the chewing actions, it was, I was noticing I was getting prompts when I was chewing a certain number of times. So then I was always then trying to aim for that each time with every mouthful, and also chew a bit slower as well. So it was definitely making me kind of feel like I was changing my behaviour, and the app then recognised that as well. So when I got the insights at the end of the day, it kind of recognised all those things that I'd made changes to as I was going through the day. So I actually found it quite easy to fit into my daily routine. I would get up in the morning, straight away I'd put the glasses on, I'd calibrate them, and that felt nice and easy. And then after that, kind of went through the day, just doing my everyday kind of normal activities. So it really just became routine. And then each evening when I'd be then looking at the insights, that was something I would kind of look forward to seeing kind of what had been recognised each day. So I didn't feel that I had to go out my way to do anything different apart from the calibration, but that was nice and easy. There was nothing I had to kind of like miss out on or do differently, which kind of got in the way of kind of any activity that I was doing. In terms of the comfort, they were actually more comfortable than my normal glasses. I think the way they've been designed with the adjustments at the back, usually if you need to make an adjustment to your normal glasses, you have to go to the opticians, they have to kind of play around with them. But the fact that it had some of the kind of like movable, spendable arms made it a lot easier. The same with the nose bridge as well. So in terms of comfort, they were probably lighter than my normal glasses as well. And I didn't really feel any difference to what I normally wear. So yeah, I did get quite a few different feedbacks. So in terms of the alerts on the phone to let me know to move, and also in the glasses as well. So when I was chewing, for example, it would seem to vibrate after, it seemed to be around about 30 chews. I would get a vibration. So I knew that with that mouthful, I'd chewed for that amount of time. And also as well, I'd get alerts to let me know to like move a little bit more. My job, I'm sat down quite a lot because I'm training or working in learning. So because I'm on my computer all the time, it was useful to have those alerts to let me know. I work for a major financial company, and it's a lot of sitting down at my computer. So I work from home as well. So I don't really get the chance to walk around the office, meet people and that. So in terms of like my walking, sometimes that can be quite low. And so I was getting alerts to let me know when I'd been sedentary for a little while to kind of alert me to move a little bit more. And actually that was really useful because it made me kind of aware that I haven't moved for a little bit. So yeah, let's go downstairs, get a drink, go for a little walk. To kind of move a little bit more, and also get alerts as well with the haptic feedback in the glasses as well. So that was really useful to remind me. So I work for a financial company and I work from home. So there's a lot of sitting around at my computer. So in terms of movement, sometimes it can be quite a low amount. The fact that I'm not in an office as well means I'm not walking around, meeting people, going to get drinks, etc. So the fact that when I would get an alert on my phone to let me know that I hadn't moved in a little while was a good reminder to go and get a drink or go for a walk and just move a little bit more. And there was some haptic feedback as well in the glasses that let me know too. So that was kind of like a double alert, which made me kind of more aware of my movement. Okay. So these are my normal glasses that I wear each day. And then in terms of the glasses for the study, these are the glasses I then wore. They're nice and simple to put on, and then they were nice and simple to turn on and calibrate as well. So yeah, in terms of style, they're very similar to kind of what I wear normally anyway. And yeah, they were just really comfortable. You know, in terms of like the back here was adjustable, and on the nose pads as well, they were adjustable as well. And yeah, quite often I would just not even realise I was wearing them because they were, you know, they had the comfort there, and yeah, just very similar to what I would normally wear.